guys, welcome back to another video here on Toned In Entertainment. Today I'm joined by Corvis, the Lake County Champion. How you doing today, sir?
Man, I'm doing, got a triple threat tonight. I'm not really sure who my opponents are. Two guys called out because they were scared of me. So now I got two mystery opponents coming out. You know, that's just how it works here.
Okay, because I was going to ask you about your two opponents, but you're facing two mystery opponents tonight.
Yeah, one guy called out because his back hurt. One guy just never showed. I don't see him, you don't see him, nobody else here sees him. So, got called back like, you want to work mystery opponents tonight? I was like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. The champ never backs down from nobody, that's for sure.
You can't.
Right?
It's rock on, move on to the next level.
Because everybody's gunning for that title.
Everybody's gunning for this title. Like, Lake County Championship. See, you got the knockout armed forces, but really that belt, it's starting to, you know, our champion's not even here. My champion, I show up every show, whether I'm on the card or not. I show up, I represent, and that's what a champion is, man.
Yeah, now as far as your style goes in the ring, you tend to take some basic moves we've seen, and you kind of take them to another level out there. Do you have any influences that where you maybe got your style from?
So, as you can kind of tell, you know, I favor the Swanton, I favor the GTS. I kind of like to mix up Jeff Hardy and CM Punk a little bit, you know, get them in there, mix that style, and it works.
Yeah.
It works. I mean, the fans love it, I love it, it's what's good for me, it's what's good for them. So we're going to keep doing.
And CM Punk, Jeff Hardy, I mean, those are two awesome guys. I mean,
two big names, big names.
Right. Now, what's with the green hair? Does it have any symbolism?
You know, it all started about like a year ago. It was around Halloween. My daughter wanted to be Harley Quinn. I wanted, you know, to match her, so I dyed my hair like the Joker. And it just kind of stuck. The fans like it, I like it, and this is Corvis.
Right? Okay, no.
And I mean, Corvis.
I mean, you've got the title green, you've got the hair green, you got the tights that are green, and hopefully, you know, you start making that big money and it's all green all around.
Always all green.
Right?
Rains green on Corvis.
Right? Now, you said the Joker. You kind of influenced the hair, you know, from the Joker. Here on Toned In Entertainment, we love pop culture. Do you have a favorite guilty pleasure movie of all time?
So, my favorite movie I can watch anytime would actually have nothing to do with the Joker.
Okay.
It would actually have to do with the late, great Brandon Lee, The Crow. Eric Draven. That's my movie. I can go to that anytime. Halloween, Christmas, anytime. That's my go-to.
I think The Crow is definitely, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. And it kind of comes off because Sting is my favorite wrestler of all time, okay? So you have The Crow, you have Sting, it's just something about the character. I've always been a fan of, like, the anti-hero. You know, the guy that he's doing good, but he doesn't necessarily play by the rules, and that's what I love about Crow. That's what I loved about the Sting Crow. So I think me and you would get along pretty good.
I mean, hell, if you want to come over, we can watch some movies.
Oh, we're going to watch The Crow? Yeah, for sure.
I got all four.
Oh, you got all?
I got all four of the Crows.
City of Angels.
City of Angels, Wicked Prayer, and Salvation.
Awesome. So he definitely is a hardcore Crow fan, that's for sure. Now, as far as like music goes, favorite bands, favorite artists?
As of right now, I'm listening to a lot of NF, and then a lot of Nothing More, which is actually who sings my entrance music.
Awesome.
Let 'Em Burn by Nothing More. Great band, you gotta go check them out if you don't know who they are. And then, yeah, I mean, that's really my two go-to bands right now.
Yeah, do they happen to know that you use their entrance music?
I mean, I've had a representative from their company comment on one of my videos on YouTube of us wrestling. They love it. They love the gimmick. They love the character. So, you know, I mean, I got approval, so let's do this.
Let's do it. You know, I think one day eventually it's like you get them to play here, you know, at one of your events for you coming out. Of course, right?
That'd be something. That would be something.
Right? Now, one of the questions I've been asking a lot of people lately, because I want to see kind of like where your wrestling influences come from. Now, we talked Jeff Hardy, we talked CM Punk, definitely. I'm a huge Four Horsemen fan, okay? Let's say the Four Horsemen got back together, they threw out a challenge to you, and you had to bring 3 wrestlers from any time period to go against the Four Horsemen. Who would you take as your 3 allies?
Okay, so of course, Corvis. You know, gotta be there.
Number 1.
You named him actually already. The one who got me into wrestling, Sting. I grew up loving Sting, and it was a heavy influence from The Crow. And then I have to bring back, Edge.
Okay.
I would have to have Edge. Opportunistic, he's dirty, he doesn't play right.
Rated R superstar all day.
Rated R superstar. And he'd go good against Ric Flair.
Oh, yeah.
And then for the third and final, he'd have to come out of retirement. He'd have to grow his hair out.
Okay.
Because Shawn Michaels bald, I'm not really too big of a fan of. So Shawn Michaels would be my final pick.
You know what? I think not only is that a great wrestling team, but you guys all have that killer look as well. Yeah. So, I think that's the best answer I've gotten so far. Of course you mentioned Sting, so I'm already biased already, I've been a little Stinger since I was as little as could be. I was Surfer Sting, I was Blonde Sting, I was
Surfer Sting.
Oh, yeah. I saw Sting wrestle a Surfer Sting down in the Fort Lauderdale auditorium back in the day.
I grew up on Dark Sting.
Okay.
Movie came out in 92. I was born in 92, so my first influence was Dark Sting. I didn't get to see Surfer Sting until later in the years when I started watching his tapes.
Watching the back. Okay, yeah. See, I'm a few years older than you, so that's where I get it from, but it's okay. But Sting was one of those guys, I think, for me, that, I was a kid, it was Blonde Sting, right?
Yeah.
Then I was a teenager, and then he got a little darker. Then I grew up, and he became more of a mature character as well. So I feel like Sting's character with me grew as I grew.
Yeah.
And that's just one of the things.
Yeah.
Have you had an opportunity to meet Sting before?
I've actually met him in an airport when I was a lot younger.
Okay.
At that point, I wasn't really sure I was wrestling.
Okay.
For a living, but it was still, it was pretty surreal. And he's a big dude. He's a big dude. And I'm like 3 foot nothing, looking up at this big old dude. His hands as big as my head. Yeah. It was terrifying, but he's really cool.
Yeah, my opportunity to meet Sting, I met him at a convention 2 years ago. I'm not a big person to go and pay for pictures and stuff like that, but I was if I don't meet Sting at least one time in my life, I'm always going to regret it. And I met him, and it was just you meet him and you shake his hand and you're just it's a Stinger.
It takes you back.
It does.
It does. So far back.
And it's I could have sat there and talked to him for an hour, but it's they keep moving you along as you go.
Yeah.
But, hopefully one day I'll get opportunity to maybe interview Sting, and that would be definitely the highlight of my career.
If you do, you got to send me the tape.
Oh, for sure. No, I'm going to call you. We're going to go interview him together. Right? We're going to go interview him together. For sure. All right, is there anything else we should know about Corvis?
Not really. I mean, I do all my explaining to myself in that ring, so if you want to know about me, watch me.
Right.
That's all I got to say about that.
Right. Now, so tonight is actually my first time attending Knockout. Now, I've been watching it on YouTube, and that's how I came across your matches and stuff like that, and I reached out and wanted to interview you. So I'm excited tonight to actually be here for Knockout. I mean, doors haven't even opened yet. There's a ton of people here already, and just the people coming in, I'm sure the excitement's going to be good. You're putting your title on a match and a triple threat match. I mean, it feels like something could always happen here at Knockout. So if you guys, not here tonight, you guys have to make it sure you come out to the next one for sure.
Always. I'm at every Knockout show. You want to have a good match, you want to see a good match, come out, watch Corvis.
Right, and that's what I love, because recently, I've been interviewing some legends here on the channel, but I've been doing a lot of independent wrestling, because I feel like independent wrestling needs more love. I think people that watch on TV every day, which is great, because I watch the wrestling on TV as well, but I think the independent scene, it's just such a different experience. Every seat here is a good seat for $10 or $20, and we get to see great young and up-and-comers like you. Hopefully, we'll be watching you on TV eventually one of these days.
That's the dream. I mean, actually, I don't know if anybody else said this on the camera yet, but there's actually a couple of scouts here. We have an AEW scout in the crowd. We have a Ring of Honor scout in the crowd. I think all total we have 4 or 5 scouts.
Right.
So.
Yeah,
this could be my make or break show.
Right. No, definitely go out there, kick some butt. I was actually told by the owner 2 days ago when I talked to him about coming out here doing some interviews that there was a couple names that could be here in the crowd tonight, but we're not going to give them away in case they're not here, but hopefully we'll get to see them. Hopefully you put on, not hopefully, you're going to put on a great show no matter what, and hopefully they notice your abilities, and we can see you in bigger and better things coming in the future.
Keep watching. I'm only going to get better.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.